Have you ever felt like time is slipping through your fingers? That the older you get, the faster life seems to move? As a child, a summer day could last a lifetime. An hour felt like a vast ocean of possibility. But now, the years fly by like pages torn from a calendar in the wind. Why does this happen? Why does time feel different, even though the clock ticks the same for everyone? In this video, we're going to uncover the hidden mechanisms behind our perception of time. From brain chemistry and memory to psychology, philosophy, and even the way we live our modern lives. This journey will open your eyes to something you've always felt, but never fully understood. Because once you see time differently, you start to live differently. Let's begin. The strange elasticity of time. Time is not what we think it is. It's not just numbers on a clock or dates on a calendar. It's subjective, elastic. It bends to the contours of your mind. Consider this. You go on a spontaneous vacation for 5 days, visiting a new country, exploring unfamiliar streets, meeting new people, and tasting exotic foods. When you return, it feels like you've been gone forever. Now compare that to 5 days of working your usual job, going through the same routine. When you look back, it's a blur. It feels like no time passed at all. This is the first clue. Time doesn't just pass. Time is experienced, and your experience of it is shaped by so much more than a ticking second hand. The fraction theory. Let's start with a deceptively simple idea, the proportional time theory. Think about your life like a pie chart. When you're 5 years old, 1 year is 1/5 of your entire life. An enormous slice. It's new, big, and meaningful. But by the time you're 50, 1 year is only 1/50th of your life. Just a sliver. And so your brain treats it differently. It compresses it. This shrinking fraction is part of why childhood feels like forever, and adulthood like a blur. Each year feels faster, not because it is, but because it's smaller in relation to the whole. This is one of the most elegant explanations. And yet, it's just the beginning. Novelty, memory, and the experience of time. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Your brain encodes novelty, new, unfamiliar, and emotionally charged experiences, much more deeply than routine. When you were a child, every day brought something new. Your first time riding a bike, your first sleepover, a family road trip, a new smell, a new teacher, a new friend. Each moment was vivid, unique, and intense. But as adults, we fall into routines. Wake up, commute, work, eat, sleep, repeat. Our brains stop registering the details of repetitive tasks. It's a survival mechanism, efficient, but it comes at a cost. The fewer markers we create in our memory, the more compressed that time feels in hindsight. This is why a week of vacation feels longer than a month of routine work, because your brain has more to remember. Time is memory. The more you remember, the more time you feel you had. The role of attention. Let's go deeper. The currency of time is attention. Children live in the moment. They stare at clouds, watch ants for hours, ask why 100 times a day. Their attention is full, and as a result, their sense of time is rich and stretched. But as adults, our attention is fragmented. We're scrolling through our phones while eating dinner, thinking about tomorrow's tasks while walking through a sunset. Our bodies are present, but our minds are elsewhere. Time is not lost, it's unnoticed. When you give your full attention to the now, even for a few minutes, time expands. A single hour of mindful presence can feel more real than a whole day spent distracted. This is the paradox. To slow time down, you must become more aware of it. Brain chemistry and the aging clock. Now let's zoom into the brain itself. Your internal clock is not just a poetic idea, it's biological. Inside your brain, the neurotransmitter dopamine plays a major role in how you process time. Dopamine regulates your sense of rhythm, movement, and even how fast or slow things feel. As we age, dopamine production naturally declines, and so does our brain's ability to track time accurately. Things that once felt slow now feel faster, not because they are, but because our brain's stopwatch is ticking differently. Imagine watching a movie and fast forward without realizing it. That's what aging can feel like. You're not imagining it. Your brain is changing the way it perceives the world. Modern life is a time thief. Let's take a hard look at modern life, because our lifestyles have a massive influence on how time feels. We live in a world of hyper-efficiency, one-click shopping, instant messaging, fast food, rapid scrolling. But the faster we live, the less we feel. We're chasing productivity, but sacrificing presence. You can live 10 years of routine and forget most of it, or live 1 year fully immersed in creativity, travel, love, risk, and growth, and remember every detail. Time is not just how long you live, it's how deeply you live. The structure of your day, your choices, your values, all of it shapes your relationship with time. Time and trauma and joy. Here's something rarely talked about. Emotions bend time. When you're in deep joy, time flies. But in moments of fear or pain, time drags. Seconds feel like hours. This is the brain going into survival mode. It takes in more sensory information, preparing you to act. That heightened state stretches your experience of the moment. So it's not just age that changes time, it's how you feel. In grief, in heartbreak, in anxiety, time slows. In love, in laughter, in flow, time disappears. Our emotions, like a lens, warp the speed of the world. How to slow down time. So now the big question, can we slow down our perception of time? Yes. Profoundly, yes. Here are 7 powerful ways to do it. 1. Seek novelty travel. Try new hobbies. Meet new people. Novelty makes life memorable. 2. Be mindful, meditate. Walk without your phone. Cook without distraction. Presence expands time. 3. Reflect regularly. Journal, take photos, write letters to yourself. Reflection cements time into memory. 4. Break routines. Change your route. Rearrange furniture. Say yes to the unexpected. Newness slows the blur. 5. Create rituals, not just routines. Infuse meaning into your actions. Light a candle. Say grace. Pause to breathe. Rituals ground you in time. 6. Prioritize deep experiences over speed. Don't rush through life. Savor it. Go deep. Time slows when you're immersed. 7. Feel more. Let yourself be moved. Cry at movies. Laugh loudly. Hug longer. Emotion thickens the moment. The poetic truth of time. Here's the final poetic truth. Time is not a straight line. It's not a schedule, not a rule, not even a number. Time is a river that flows differently for everyone. Faster when you're not looking, slower when you pay attention. It widens with wonder. It deepens with emotion. It sparkles with presence. You don't need more time. You need more life in your time. So stop, breathe, look at the sky, call someone you love, try something you've never done before, and maybe, just maybe, you'll feel time stretch again. Thank you for being here. If this message resonated, share it with someone who needs to remember how to feel time again. Subscribe for more insights on the universe, the mind, and the soul. Until next time, stay aware, stay alive, and above all, stay timeless.